I think that sometimes politicians see you are pay asem the mom, and I think Honorable John Jinapo in NBC pay asem amom.
So,
I'm saying so because you see, to say Dumso is looming, Dumsu Beba. I think yenye Dumso neteno. You call for you are calling for a problem for your own government and your own self. Maybe it's because maybe they want a very transparent with the data with Ghanaians, the data availability. But the kind of ways I would choose, and also affect you. Neither be America, and we have some say, a cousin dooms on any neti from last year, even 2020 to 2024. Any nationals with various severity. You have your mild crisis, you have a very severe crisis. But you need to do something because the lies were out and the lies came back. In the middle of 2024, no being clear, we said doom CC. At the end of the day, can you do me? So to say that doom so is looming as if can you not do that? It's like you are calling problems for your own self and your government. But maybe or more kind of or more communication. Now the second part is that no Cressa Kanyano say young very very proactive and very innovative. Kanyan be doom nekesiemu especially in March. Because we had the month of January, we are losing about 9 million standard cubic feet of natural gas from West African gas pipeline. And the 9 million is very minimal. So we average daily, you hear about 412 million standard cubic feet. That's all Nsiah is a crab. But in February, you lose 47 million. In March, you lose 50 million. So January we may not experience the situation because Kanye here no another natural gas here no is sakra compared to our daily consumption. But in March and then in February and March, a bit in a high and kese. So say high and kese, which also means that Osanka Banya Uchemuno we are very proactive to avoid this particular situation, especially within the transition period. I wouldn't say what could be a pig and Osanka Utmi a crack at fuel to be back so that by the time pig in the best start, at least power plants now use heavy fuel oil like ASA. Any power plants now, hybrid plants which we use light oil or mega fuel at the power those thermal plants. But I think Abino and Chimanye, we may fault the government, but I will say yes, we are very careful because these are expenditure of 2025. And okay, who say Minister of Finance, passe the 2025 budget, that's the first quarter on the 2nd of January. So sometimes, passive budget to go into contracts of this nature, they are hard because and so we cannot fault them much. But I think that Osanka Bino say in January 20th to 16th February, what could be a pagan somewhere in March, Jubilee field, and I said Jubilee as a company on the supply natural gas, also be maintenance of the infrastructure, also by making provisions for that. But when you are what I think government can do is that now. John, it could take us maybe 4 to 8 months, 4 to 8 weeks for us to get some of these products inland. I also think that heavy fuel oil, Nigeria produces heavy fuel oil in larger quantities. And I think the president was here yesterday. In most of their technical decisions, and there was some factor Nigeria as a major supplier of this particular product. Heavy fuel oil from Nigeria to Ghana, if it's mini or more sensitive, it will take us only 3 days from Nigeria to Ghana to land. Now you are discharging. From Nigeria to Ghana, it will be in 2 weeks. We are expected to get a heavy fuel oil to feed into AXA for it to generate power for us. And heavy fuel, we may need less than $3 million to get heavy fuel oil because the whole of this year, 2025, we need about $31 million. So $31 million, not say the month of January, maybe here, we may need less than $3 million. The whole of the first quarter of 2025, we may need maybe $10 million or less dollars near the imported heavy fuel oil. Now, with respect to the shutting down of Temap, EFS, and WAPCO, no suppliers of gas, no, that is WAPCO and Jubilee in the first quarter of 2024, 2025 rather, no, it is going to cause a problem. But I also believe that there's heavy fuel oil, no, from Nigeria within the shortest possible time. Then we also have to plan to get the light crude oil from other countries, and then Yetiminya from the other countries, and maybe by 4 months now, 4 weeks now, that product not grow, so that by March now, they will lose about 50 million standard cubic feet of natural gas per day. It makes me anya this particular product, light crude oil, to feed into some of these thermal plants. Now stable.
But Mr. Nsiah, okay, no, say, but something still keeps knocking my head.
Yeah.
McCain, former Minister of Energy, in statement to Facebook, the Honorable Herbert Crapper.
Yeah.
Metie Honorable John Jenapo.
Yeah.
Na utie impenimfo ni mienu a na akwakwa say, and of course me sanso de grid for statement on the Bible until say the planned pigging was supposed to have been done in October last year, but abided through the Ministry of Energy SRS postponed it to 20th January of this year. Now the reason tia omode pre-postponement and say beya abine betimi aboa ne ho na wetimi provide alternative fuel so that by 20th January when they shut down you bring alternative fuel to still generate electricity. Me ebo me twede a medwene ho a menti ase ne say if we ne arrangement no nti ye postpone sa pege na enable create problem ne dia man ya aden ne 8 January it does appear, at least per the allegation of John Jenapo, say crude oil and not enough to even survive us the next 3 weeks. I am asking, anyway, say, postponement in a course, so any the reason I mind them did press postponement, any situation I hear for you as an expert, okay, can see any no problem.
I mean, no cranium, and I think that my brother Herbert Crapper has not learned a lot of lessons from the defeat. I think that the statement all about continues to insult the intelligence of Ghanaians. It wasn't a sincere statement, and it lacks any credibility because John Jenapo and dispute the fact that there's no fuel. John Jenapo did to say fuel, but fuel never and so number of days. And this fuel of her. Herbert should have responded by giving us the fuel in cover volumes and also the number of months a bit in our cover. But to give us that general statement, it's not an honest thing. And he should learn from that, especially with respect to communicating the issues in the energy sector, because issues are very, very complex. Now, with respect to grid co, let's say be here 90 million, meaning they make can say they are buying that are not FMU. One to me and now be a boapayo, be a shader, be a delay in the passage of the budget, no so affect you more. All these reasons could be the entire or man to me and craft fuel number. New government, is early days yet. But they have to also be very innovative and very proactive. And I'm glad that almost more from a technical committee, how we can effectively manage this particular situation within the shortest possible time. And I know that bringing the whole aspects within the value chain, and then making sure that you bring a solution, by close of day or tomorrow. Say, but the problem, and I thought the severity of the problem is likely to occur in March. And from here now to March, in the media, any government on person have a problem From now to end of February, any government on person have any severity with respect to power stability, a bit more of problem. By January, aircon be a problem and American catches January, losing 9 million out of 412 that you need, and said I need big problem. Say heavy fuel oil is feeding into AXA. Nigeria produces heavy fuel oil. Maybe they have hedged their products already to other clients. But you know, maybe in less than 1 or 2 weeks, no, Nigeria can give us that service fuel oil to feed into AXA and make sure that they have stable power can crack. The reason I say stable power is that natural gas, liquid oil, like crude oil, some of them we may not even need much of it because peak demand 3,900 megawatts. That's our peak demand. And our dependable capacity is 4,800 megawatts. So if you rationalize some of the plants, you may not even need some of the fuel and the natural gas you're talking about today. Because at the end of the day, on the embedded capacity, no matter that 12% variance, the energy had a big one. So, Nigeria into as an manager, moment, and like oil and everybody. But like I said, there's total flow of natural gas by WAPO, there's total flow of natural gas by ENI, there's total flow of natural gas by AGPP, and there's total flow of natural gas by Jubilee. And for that matter, can you do my energy because of that? Only oil, and I only like oil, and I only healthy oil because the only problem of how the problem is 8 years, and 20 years also we are in the crack. In that crack, the solutions so that the light comes on the for not object.
I think as a matter was say, no, I said John Jinapo, you have a problem, ama na buying because for you, point I will make it easy and say currently, you need gas supply issues. And you say boom so be a say you gas supply issues are from the 20th into the akasa say boom so bebano ebe create PR issues e dey amaban no is that the import of nyawo patch say or the problems or problems am na aban na is that what you mean
me what you pepe
na mami bi so crude okay Nigeria too crude say Ghana nso too crude and then you pay crude oil up power yen generators are yentimi nusu oil na yetu no Ghana ha ni bi
now in the saddest part
this what me
in 2024 we injected almost 45,000 million chemical billions 45,000 million standard cubic feet of natural gas back into our wells.
Wow.
We fled 8,000 million into 8,000 million and make 8 billion. We fled 8 billion standard cubic feet of natural gas. Shibuye.
Say you flare and I say you my gas no come from mukwa.
Ma e bi come from mukwa. E be so the call well no mu.
You're pumping it back into the well.
We pumped it back into the well, and that is about 47 billion standard cubic feet.
And you have millions of CDC WAPCO.
Yes.
In fact, millions of dollars.
So WAPCO gives us about averagely 73, which this year we projection is about 100 million standard cubic feet per day. And papers about what it means is that when we discovered oil, we failed to plan for surface infrastructure to tap in the oil resources now. Give it to the power economy.
Ben, your cannibal fusses, patron, your cannibal fusses, and can tree Nagana frontier say.
Yenya, Fango. There was Uncle Bitna them. Said again, say Fango na Ebano, a new waste product. Oil is the only oil, crude oil, and the only product, any waste product. The beer is free move and it means the the last product, crown, ye bitumen, it means the equine. There was a any panel again say oil, ne bana, any waste product, no. There was a creating a whole industry around the oil, including gas processing plants. Yeah, they are maybe at Wabuaba, but at Wabuna at what capacity? I didn't mean second one in couple. So that gas I air flare, so that gas I injected back into the well, and some of them are even depleting the well. some of our oil stores, and they're declining. They're declining because, like for example, Sankofa and go like this, they are declining. They are declining because instead of the natural gas, oil and gas, they assign the natural gas not come back to the oil. So we are even creating a lot of problem for that particular oil inside. We didn't create any surface impact. We are creating the able to tap in. The only thing we're able to do is to create a turbo gas processing plant. It needs a phase 2. Yeah, China was for good 8 years. So because we failed to plan. Now the second part of the question, or the first part of the question, I didn't know year 2 fango. Na yesa ko pe fango every Nigeria. Fango na utu first. Enya odia. Odia o mo averagely 20%. 80%. Eya brofodia. And some Ghana group ebidia. 80% to some of these foreign companies, either they've hedged, even Ghana cry hedging the prices. Either they've hedged with other oil trading companies, and also more customers that are our Monton crowd or Ghana. Because only some Monton Ghana, only any refinery to refine the product. Into your Monton Amanoni. Into so tournament, now only any refinery to refine the product, no tournament. A movie anywhere a yodia. You don't have the fuel, it's not yours. The whole value chain in your dia, at Twabo, another dia, Jensa, our Bamusisi. They are all exported outside. Until Uber redefining the whole petroleum sector, and especially upstream, to link the generation and as a producing of crude oil to the midstream and to downstream, you can't boast of having even a petroleum industry in Ghana. Because most of the products never know they rely on Nigeria because Nigeria no there or no most of the products or no there and only determine people verifying. And recently they are doing well with respect to refining or move increase or more refineries. Dangote 650,000 barrels a day. Nigeria is doing almost 1.4 million barrels a day. You no a lot compared to us. And a lot compared to us, the air one of clients and also and so and they determine who they sell it.
Inti gas na a cheaper form of fuel be generate electricity you will be but yenye investment you betimi atape e generate electricity inti gas no dodo na no ye flare ye manu confirm mu kwa anase ye pump back into oil wells ni mu na chese gas no esan kwhye fom crude no nso a yetubie no crude no yetubi pa na so nye dia nti keka nyina na Ghana oil producing country na ye pe crude e dia power generators ye nibi na se empanimfo etena se eye enhyehyeye no o ma moaman no Now, what is the way forward in terms of Ghana? The feasibility of putting together a phase 2 of Atuabo. First of all, Atuabo gas plant, any enough capacity to be provided power generators enough gas as we rely on N gas.
That be any enough capacity. I think Atuabo does about somewhere 100 and something million standard cubic feet a day. Oka ni side ni na boma ye Ghana hanomo the generator of Ghana 392 million standard cubic feet a day and sana yanya about 70 from Nigeria sometimes my 62 million standard cubic feet per day but this year we are projecting to be 100 or that is if supply disruption be impossible. In Ghana, what the Jubilee, ENI, AGPP, which is our trouble gas processing plant, Kabuma, we get about 392 or so million a day. Obia and getting but the main person change and say, apart from some moment and getting the Yanka Kura, plania, maybe a drain a year to market here, Sabu. In Kabadis, I was saying another processing plant to at least tap in the flaring gas, and I say gas is injected into the wells, and our reservoirs na abua amayenyi na kwani oko Arab countries na UAE and other countries the major source of revenue is not even the crude oil. The major source of revenue is the natural gas. For Russia, the major source of revenue is not even the crude oil. It's the natural gas because that is the cash cow of their countries. But you're injecting into the well or flat out because we didn't think or we didn't plan well with respect to putting up surface infrastructure to tap in these particular resources.
Before Ebekwakotuabano, na Sonon Asogli as an independent power producer, now was shut it down because of a car. Na abayne deno. Any Sonon back? How many independent power producers na a produce power mine? Me busa question because in Herbert Crapper statement, the Bible Tobon about 2 power producers in Dini omoje fuel fear buying ho or say currently they take delivery of Sanya Manina, and that's just 2 IPPs out of about 7 of them or so. What is the status of Sonon Asogli? First of all, now the second leg of the question will be say IPPs, one more provide generate electricity my tono. Umuahe ena aban provide fuel more because minister nebo just 2. Sa 2 no ena woman nya crude and woman nya oil na yebeko dum so mu anase etesen. Help us out.
I don't know, we need to rationalize the whole data in the power sector because your excess with respect to dependable. Now we just on an asogli and you oil or your full natural gas power plant or natural gas and one use.
Okay.
And it's or a company or rely on Wapwa. So Wapwa shut it down is likely also going to affect your operations. That is only alternative we have. But others are access here. Okay, are buying in 2024. As an arrangement with some of the IPPs. Now are buying like IPPs no be. Are buying now auto fuel, more normal power. But later no, are buying who say no. It was some of the kind of cost structure home. Omuto na buying it here, right? Nti more motia say omubeto no, omo ane to fuel na buying it here. And now omonso a omonso no omontia se no. Still are buying in the tomom until are buying a determined fuel every bomb. For example, AXA now are buying and supplying heavy fuel oil. Until 2 companies now have capable still are buying any more fuel so that the bit of others no or one at now buying it here, so they add it to their operational cost and government pays for that. But the emphasis is whether are buying a tool, are buying tool, and was said habit they are available in terms of stock and then availability, but the volumes are and the number of months is going to last us. So that it makes the argument very clear.
Okay.
But to say a bio Canadian, I know a very ingenious on his part. It's ingenious, rather.
Interesting. To say for March, the Moyabo Sumu in power.
Oh yeah, March never say about to Mudin power because March, you lead us, you owe at least 412. At least 412 million standard cubic feet a day. Now their power thermal plants, but from March, you will lose about 50. This all lose 50 in March. What it means is that was the back home. But after March, supply disruptions via Nihobium, Guyana just to CBC. Because March, the entire will lose 50 is a jubilee, and so maintaining the infrastructure. And to be in March, which means in April, or best started flowing. Almost started flowing in September. ENI and so best started so maintaining infrastructure. November best is up particular routine maintenance. Another problem that we face September and then November after March. I know the government very proactive. By that time, be pay other alternative or not emergency fuel to be a go so that the bus almost shut down maintenance a fuel and they power this plant.
Yo, Ben, maybe I say na school idea query idea. What boy am I? Yate and someone I say, meaning say in the course of the month of January, this matter will still keep coming up, and they will hear all the angles as and when they come. We are grateful, Benjamin Nsiah.